either way, I'm pretty sure all this water's got to be out of here. So, but before I start working on this, I'm going to decide to unplug this dishwasher. I don't want to have any problems with this. Usually you'll find the cord, the whip, to the connection of the dishwasher underneath the sink. So that's where I've unplugged it. And now I'm just going to take a sponge and start getting all this water out of here. It's going to take me a while. That's why I got kind of a big sponge here. Okay, I'll get that water out and be right back. You know, probably nothing would happen if I left the dishwasher plugged in. You know, because everything's not going to work unless you turn the dishwasher on with the dial, right? But I don't want anything, a mishap to happen when I'm starting to take this apart or anything like that. Maybe touch something or cut something or whatever. I'm just being on the safe side. That's all. It's good to get in the habit of that, whatever you're doing. You know, go above and beyond what you think it might be. It might not help you with this dishwasher, but it might help with the next thing that you do if you're already automatically zoned into being safe rather than sorry. Now see this pedestal here? I think it's going on right in there. I'm hoping that when we take this off, this will come up and that other piece will have been attached to the bottom of this, and maybe it just kind of broke off. So I've got 4 little screws down here. I'm going to have to take those off. Now, I got a little ratchet set, and I'm glad I got that because there's no other apparent way to get those off. I wish they would have had a Phillips screw right in the middle, then you can unscrew it, you know, but maybe they didn't want it that way because maybe they wanted it so you could get it tighter when you put it back on with a ratchet set. So I'm glad I got a little cheapo ratchet set to help me with my project here. I know everybody knows how to use a ratchet set, right? But for those of you out there who don't, I'm just going to show you this real quick. It's like a little screwdriver end. You can take your little end piece and pop it on there. Use that like a screwdriver and undo it, okay? If you don't have one of these, or if you can't get it that way, you get your little ratchet set, and then they have a little reducer end piece that snaps on there. You can put it on like that. If that's not tall enough, just put your extension piece on like that. And there you go. Turn that for loosening and tightening, and voila, ready to take it off. Good. Wasn't sure if it was going to be so tight that I couldn't get it off this little screwdriver attachment. Okay. Ooh, pretty long. All right. So going to take this off. Have I ever taken one of these off before? No, I haven't. But I think this is where it is, and be able to figure out what's going on. Where's my appliance guy anyway? Got the other screws off in the back. Now I'm ready to pull it off. Let's see what's going to happen here. Looks like the bottom's loose too. Look at that. Guess this whole thing comes off all in one go. There's that. And it's starting to chip up. You see that? This wheel in there is starting to chip. Now I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't think that's what's causing it so far. I think that's still going to be okay. but it's probably underneath there. Oh goodness. I pull that up. Got to take that fitting off of there, and it looks like a star fitting. Oh, I don't know if I have one of those with me. Got to take that out of there. See that? It's like a star fitting. I think I have one of those somewhere in my toolbox, but I'm going to have to go run and get it. I sure wish that guy would get here pretty quick, because I've got to get that off of there somehow. I don't know. Maybe it's loose already. No? No, that definitely got to unscrew. Maybe I can take a little screwdriver in there. Use that. We'll try something to get that off of there. Here's this little goodie here, and on further inspection, when you pull this apart, there's that little flywheel right here. And see, on this, it was all chewed up. And something must have got down in there, a little piece of glass or something, and cut that all up. Well, that is what could be causing your problem. Okay? So when you pull this thing apart and you see something like that, or maybe it's broken off right here at the shaft, you know, I mean, there's a slew of different things that could happen just with this little piece right here. I've seen these have had to be replaced before. Okay? And they're not that hard to replace. Maybe that is the only thing that's wrong with your dishwasher. If it is, I think you could fix that. You know, if you had a service tech come out and look at it all, he's probably going to charge you $95 to $125 just to step his foot inside your home. Then you're going to have the parts and everything else. So, you know, if you're short on cash or you think you can do it yourself, do it.